Is Assassin's Creed Shadows the worst Assassin's Creed that's been released? And this is causes bearing in mind that we've had so many additions added to the Assassin's Creed games since, the classic original storyline that was created all those years ago. Yes, I know I'm late to the party. I do apologise about that, but I am here now. We're going to have a little bit of Assassin's Creed gameplay here after the prologue, which I'm going to say here, the prologue for this game is probably one of the worst prologues that I've ever seen in any Assassin's Creed game. I mean, the graphics and the Pink Blossom look outstanding on this Xbox Series X. However, yes, obviously the story, do I think it could be a little bit better? Probably. Too, as we got our first battle action as well. One thing to note here with this game is there's two things that really should be given. Obviously we're not fighting with shotguns, but there's no bow and arrows for us as well. We've also got no hope, no help either from the sky on this game too. There's no eagle or raven as it was in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Come on. Yes, I'm on easy mode, by the way, because otherwise I would die about 278,000 times. We're going to loot there as well. So yes, this game is very much different as well. Do we need to save? I don't know where I think we've lost ourselves there, but myself there rather, yes. But here, ladies and gentlemen, is our hideout. This is something that obviously we first saw in Valhalla, having a specific place to stay. And yes, it's a farm, don't get me wrong. It's Tomiko's farm, who we'll meet in a moment. But yes, the customization options, fantastic. I wish we had a little bit more of this in Valhalla, where you'd be able to customize your own settlement. But let's go inside then of this. As I say, the Pink Blossom, absolutely beautiful as well. And there are seasons on this game, I think, if I remember correctly. But let's speak to Tomiko.
Tomiko. Naoe. And Nagato? Come. I'll pour sake. May his spirit find peace.
父上。I only wish I had seen their faces. Cowards, all of them.
What do you mean?
That night, the masked samurai. There are 11 more. They killed my father, the Onryo.
The masked man from Katano. I should have known he wasn't just some mad Ronin. So there's more than one.
Many more.
They killed Nagato. You'll have to kill them all. Do you understand? Not just those that wear masks, but the people that surround them. The power that commands them.
I can't let them just walk away from this. I'll do whatever I must.
Don't hesitate, Naoe. This is the only way to set things right. Blood for blood.
blood for blood.
You will need much, then. Allies, supplies.
And a place to put them.
It's yours. Anything.
Are you sure?
Did your father ever tell you why my bones ache in the weather? Why my strength fades so quickly?
No.
War. Years ago. Between daimyo whose faces I'd never seen. Powerful men who fought to rule my land, but never set foot in it. Their soldiers killed everyone. My family, neighbors, left my mangled body in the dirt. Left me to burn as our fields turned to ash.
But why? You weren't the enemy.
We were in the way. The last thing I heard, after my husband's screams fell silent, was laughter. Our lives meant nothing. These people don't care about us. So every scrap I have in this world is yours, Naue. As long as you promise to make them suffer.
I'll have to make changes to the place.
Then it is time to start gathering supplies.
So one of our first missions in many missions is to obviously build the hideout. So this was something that you had to do in Valhalla. Obviously we didn't have that really in Mirage, that was it, as well. Yes, as there seems to be stuff at the stables. Yes, down here. So pretty easy. I think, you know, obviously we pick this stuff up. There's also supplies that you mark for scouts to pick up too. You have scouts in this game, and I'll explain them in a little while too, because I think that's good and bad at the same time, and I'll come back to that later in the video. But yes, we've got more supplies over here at what looks to be the stables too. So we're just going to collect this all now. More obviously wood, because this is the 15th century, or 16th century, excuse me. It's 1573. I've got to be honest with you, my knowledge of this era of Japanese history is not very good. So yes, I'm not going to pretend, I'm not going to talk about historical accuracies or anything like that, because I don't particularly know. But our hideout is over here as well. So this is the hideout menu. Basically, you can customize your base operations. Would have been perfect in Valhalla. The settlement in Valhalla is bigger than this, I would point out. So yes, obviously you can upgrade stuff, I think, as well. The thing that I didn't learn here, that you need a bit more tutorial, I think, as well. So these are buildings. We've also got the stables, and then we can build a Kakuriga. Apologies about butchering that name. You can. What I didn't know is you can actually connect buildings from the white diamonds together. Those you see the three sides. If I'd rotated this building, I'd been able to connect it on. It's a little bit unfortunate that didn't there, and you can see the white diamond there would have connected. But yes, I actually went back and did this at a later date and actually connected those together. Something that I wish I had done on screen for you guys, but it's okay. I mean, it's you don't have to connect these things together, you know. It can just look like an extension of the main building, but you can also connect buildings. Now when we go into the customize menu, the first two options, why they've got nothing really to customize with this. I'm hoping we get more options, maybe tiled roofs. Maybe did they have tiled roofs in the 16th century? Yeah, yes. And then obviously we've got outfits, except we've got nothing to fit there and shells. We can put a candle and another candle. That's it. And why not a third candle down there? Why not? Let's have 3 candles. Yeah. I'm hoping that we get to upgrade this at a later date, but what I'm going to do now is sort of fast forward through building this, because as well we've also got some other buildings available, and these Engawa buildings are connectables. So these basically allow you build connector buildings as well. They're not the easiest things to work with as well. Also, the spade that doesn't really work on buildings. Again, on these buildings, it'd be nice if you could, if there were things around that would help as well. And I think, yeah, in hindsight, I should have used this menu to place them, but again, this is not easy trying to snap this building to the end of that Aguara. You know, just to try and get it to connect as well. And then of course you end up, as you can see here, I've discovered that I'm actually in the wrong place, so I need to actually get rid of some things and then try and align things up. So this is not, if it's not easy, but if you spend a little bit of time, then it will look, it can look good. And obviously trying to line everything up here isn't great, but yes, I've talked along. We do need a corner piece that's going to connect all this together, and there we go. And that is basically our covered walkway completed. So we built another building. Of course, as I mentioned, you can clip those together too, and of course you can plant trees and everything else if you so wish to, which I haven't done at this moment in time as well. And you can collect more trees to place.
Junjiro! Sorin!
My apologies for our unannounced arrival.
I've come to stay with you.
What?
What?
I had thought I was doing some good by staying at Maki no Odera. But your fiery spirit showed me that, in truth, I was hiding, sinking my roots too deep in the mountain soil.
But where will you go? What will you do?
A pilgrimage, I think. A slow one if these old bones have any say.
And I've come to stay with you.
He hasn't ceased talking about you since the moment you left.
Please, I'll help. I could cook, do chores, feed the horses.
My home is your home, Junjiro. Wherever that is.
Really?
I'll take care of him.
Yatta!
So we are taking in strays now, are we?
You were the one who said we needed allies. Think of Junjiro as our first recruit.
Don't touch that.
Sorry.
Will you be all right?
You don't believe me capable of a pilgrimage, then?
I guess you've proven me wrong before.
Do take care of him. You two are more alike than you know.
What is this? Here. This mark.
That one was wounded. My father sliced off his ear in the melee.
There's a man in Sakai rumored to have lost an ear some months ago. I hear his men have clashed with Kyonyo and his monks at the temple. somewhere in southeast Setsu.
Monks?
Survivors from Honganji, the Ikoiki. Kyonyo is their leader now. Maybe he could give you information.
Anything else?
The Teppo. What are those etchings?
Gold, I think. Even in the moonlight alone, I could still see them. Never knew a teppo could shine like that.
Then you've never been to the markets of Sakai. The craftsmen there are like none other.
Someone in Sakai will lead you to this gun. Follow your instincts.
Sakai is a big city, Naoe. Full of danger, yes, but also allies. Eyes open for those who might help our cause.
Right.
And, if you're near the blacksmith shops, find Heiji. Looks like a bear, forges like a master. He owes me a favor.
I will track down who we're looking for, wherever they're hiding.
So we met those two in the prequel, in case you haven't seen any of this game so far. This is sort of our... It's our board, but it's like the investigations thing that is introduced in in Assassin's Creed Mirage, but I think it's worse than Assassin's Creed Mirage. I liked the way the investigations board worked in Mirage because you had to unveil the clues, but for this it's sort of really easy as well. We're obviously building the league to take down these people who murdered our father as well. We haven't really seen, I have not seen much of the other male character, I've forgotten his name, that's in this as well, that we can also play as. Yeah, so it seems to be Nao's journey throughout here to getting her revenge and taking those people out. And then obviously Yasuke, that's the other bloke, but we haven't seen any of him. I've not seen any of him whatsoever in this gameplay that I've played since as well. Obviously it's basically they're called the Onryo. Basically it's like the Order in the other games, which to be honest I didn't mind having the Order, but I think that they need, obviously with them all being there, I'm not entirely sure it's the right story, personally speaking. But let me know what you think in the comments below. We're 18 minutes into this video anyway, so I hope that's given you enough of the basics of what this game is trying to do. I just think it needs a bit more work too. Yes. Obviously, we still got the viewpoints in this game, but obviously there's no. Well, there's an eagle that's sat there waiting, but that's pretty much it. Some of them are in restricted zones, which I think was in where they were pretty much out in the middle of nowhere in Valhalla. This was something that was introduced in Mirage, where some of them are in restricted areas and can be a lot difficult to, if you're spotted in those restricted areas by guards. But this should be easy to get up. We also have something that they have stolen from from Uncharted, a grapple as well. So again, I don't mind having a grapple, but I think you need to unlock it. The fact that you can't really do anything with it, it's supposed to be a useful tool for getting around, and the fact of the matter is it's just given you from the start. You can hear there is the eagle flying off, and we're going to synchronize this one. There should be, again, there's no button to synchronize anymore any of this. Some of them also don't have points where we can jump off to safety as well. So yes, I do I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that either. As well, you can see here that all I've got to do is jump down, really, where I've got, you know, it's not, there are obviously some other viewpoints. There's one in one of the main cities where we are here. One of them's on a boat, and speaking of boats, obviously, yeah, we don't have our own boat, obviously, which, as well, I'm also going to talk about scouts. So scouts are really useful in trying to help locate things, as well. So you can see here we're looking for Heji. Again, I butchered all the names here as well. Sakai is one of the first things as well. We're going to jump here to some more areas. We're now going to be talking to, well, this is the father's month. This is one of the first stories. We're trying to investigate, get clues on one of our first members of whatever the new order is called in this game. I've forgotten already. Yes, basically kill all the enemies. Yes, basically a classic battle situation here. We got looting operations as well. Not that anything's really useful. Home remedy valuable. We have got temple fighting here as well. I've never really enjoyed, when I played Assassin's Creed in the past, these battles. I don't, you know, these type of battles where you are with allies. You know, at the end of the day, it's starting out being with an assassin, and I think hopefully they do go back to their roots in the next game and have these have less of these big battles, really, in my opinion. Again, let me know what you think about Gunbow, but we are going to now, once those final people have died, we are going to talk to the fatherless monk as well, who can be, of course, potentially another ally in the League.
I didn't think anyone would come.
You expected reinforcements?
Only half-heartedly. When my father called for aid, thousands would come. I sent letters and not a soul replies. Except you. I am Kyonya.
Naue, it wasn't a letter that brought me here. More an instinct.
No matter what brought you here, your help was needed. Our home, Honganji, has been reduced to ashes. 10 years we struggled against Oda Nobunaga. My father finally signed a peace treaty and retreated. Took most of his followers with him.
So all you see here is all who are left.
Our precious Honganji. And the Lord Daimyo orders Hashiba Hideyoshi to build a castle in its place, on our land! I wouldn't give up. And for that, I am disowned. I will never stop fighting Oda Nobunaga!
He burned my home to the ground too.
So that's what brought you here.
No. I made a promise to my father to retrieve a box that was stolen by one of his murderers.
A father's wish is a powerful thing. Disobeying mine cost me everything.
My father cut the ear off one of the men. I was told he might be near Sakai, so I found you.
One ear, eh? When Oda Nobunaga took over, he put one of his most savage dogs in charge. Wada Koretake. Many call him the One-Ear Demon. The men you fought were his.
It's him. Only demons would do what they did to my father.
Immoral to his core. He pillages, destroys our relics, burns our temples. These are objects, yes. But they are symbols
of our teachers. 500 years of history, desecrated by a one-eared madman.
Then let's find him.
He is hard to track. The only evidence he leaves behind are corpses. Burned, beheaded, or both. But with you, maybe my fortune is turning.
I caught this one running back to his master. Kyonyo! We could have used him!
What? Koretake's worms would rather die than talk.
Why is the sword your first response?
Now, this is Yaya. Fought for my father in the war. Abandoned me like he did.
Not true. You called for help. I came back.
I want to join you two to find Wada Koretake.
Not another corrupted for Kyonyo's hopeless cause.
This is Koretake's doing, not Kyonyo's.
Besides, my father always said that as long as we are breathing, there is hope.
See? Someone believes in me.
You both seem steadfast on your path of destruction. I heard one of Koretake's men speak of the chief executioner, Nanatsumatsu. He may know where to find Koretake. But I know the place. No one visits and returns the same. Especially not a lone guard.
You didn't see her fight. She'll be fine. Still, we'll need allies. Find Mitsumune at Nunobiki Falls. He leads the last survivors of Honganji, who have formed an Ikki.
I will go to them. Thank you.
There's a farmhouse near the river. Meet me there when you're done.
So as we come to the end of this sort of half-hour video gameplay on this game, what do I think about this game? Now, bearing in mind I've not completed this game, obviously the best Assassin's Creed that I've played through, and bearing in mind I've only played recently the early Assassin's Creed once round a friend's house many years ago. I never had that game to own, so I've not played that game extensively. The first game I actually played was Origins as well. The first one the only actual one I've actually completed is Odyssey, and I kind of feel that since Odyssey the game's fallen away. Valhalla was okay, but I think the story is slightly wrong there, with Alfred the Great being, the main villain. And from a Viking point of view, he was, of course, a villain, but obviously being head of the order, don't know anything about that. Bearing in mind, of course, I'm from Southampton, and of course Southampton is near Winchester, the capital of the old Kingdom of Wessex. So around our parts, Alfred is treated as a great. He's got his own statue in Winchester itself. We've also got a load of stuff in the mastery stuff. They've added tools and stuff, which I kind of think is nice to see, but I'd like to have seen a bow and arrow. A traditional bow and arrow is something that is missing, along with boats in this game. Yes, I do think that I'd like to have seen boats, as they were missed in Valhalla, then they're missed in this game. Also missed in this game is a lack of bridges. Like, I'm trying to cross the river here, and there's no bridge to be seen. Like, why would you not build a bridge over that big river? It doesn't make sense as well. So I'm obviously running upstream to try and find a bridge over this big river, and I've given up because there's a boat. Obviously there's plenty of boats about, but suppose if I want to take the horse, I've got to then ride across this boat, which we can We can use these small boats along the river, but I'm talking about big boats, excuse me, like we had in we had them in Valhalla, boats, and obviously we also had as well as my steering it. No, that's the wrong way. I'm going to need to reverse. This is going wrong. But yes, overall, I'm slightly disappointed. You know, this game was delayed, and when a game is delayed, you initially think your expectations, I personally think, become higher. Just like with GTA 6 being delayed until 2026 now, until this time next year, where we'll be playing GTA 6. My expectations for that game is higher now, in my personal opinion. Whereas games that have come out necessarily on their actual release date, I think have a lower, the expectation isn't lower, because I'm thinking, oh, this game hasn't been delayed, you know, therefore you know, that I'm going to be expecting the bugs. Whereas with a game that's been delayed, I expect those bugs to be looked at and the game to be fully finished off, kind of thing. But yes, again, let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you probably played more of this game, Assassin's Creed Shadows, than me? Where does it rank on your list of Assassin's Creed game? Do you think this is the worst game, Assassin's Creed game that they've made? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what also is your best Assassin's Creed game too, as well. Again, it's pretty windy, kind of unrealistically windy here, personally speaking. Does it really get that windy in real life? Maybe if we're on a cliff edge, but we're in the middle of some we're just in a clearing here, outside of a farm. So I'm not really sure that the wind should be that high as well. But yes, if you are new around here, then please do get subscribed for more content like this. The next video is already made. Apologies for my break that I've been doing, but there has been, rest assured, been work on videos for you. City Skylines 2 being the big one. It's going to be at least an hour. That'll be coming next week. But until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your day, and goodbye.